Good morning, guys. Welcome to Wednesday Market Live. So current time is 11:21. As usual, we'll do our regular drill. We'll first of all see what the Nifty is doing, and then we'll move to the top OI gainers and so on and so forth, our regular thing. So we'll just quickly refresh the page. See, it refreshes automatically every 5 minutes, but if you want to click manually, you can do so. But I would insist you leave it for the timer to work. This is right now you can see automatically, and every 5 minutes the data would refresh. So now coming back, you can see that currently the PCR is kind of 50-50 for the Nifty. I'm still of the opinion that this is a place where we should be very careful with our longs. Not being negative right now, just that I feel from what I have earlier mentioned that 24,000 and 24,100 is a short-term resistance. We might stop here, maybe correct something, not necessarily very deep, unless something is news-driven, and then we might, begin our journey back to maybe 25,000. But right now, for at this point in time, if you're long since few days or last week, then this is a point where you should actually consider taking your profit. But we'll see how the data is as we move. So currently, as I said, PCR is very balanced kind of a thing. For the bank Nifty is a worry. PCR is lower. Fin Nifty has gone into now bearish territory, so we'll have to see how it performs. Although the bank Nifty wall, if you see, has shifted from 58,000 yesterday that we saw to all the way till 60,000, which is a good sign in the way, but we need to see more put writing. Currently, it is only a proportion to 40% and 60% is call writing. So this is a point of worry right now. If you come down sectoral, we have been watching and seeing that textile has been in a favor overall. Maybe we have one stock, so it is showing top gainer over here. Metals are trying to recover today. We'll see if they sustain. IT has a continuation rally from where it's left last night. Consumer goods are having good performance, but it's not so great. It's only less than 1%. So if you come down and see metals, HINDALCO, we have a highest open buildup. Currently, it is having a 5% buildup. If you recall yesterday, couple of days back, we spotted a short buildup happening around 1030 and 1020. And it was very huge for us to ignore because we were not sure of the site, so we wanted to be sure. So I had recommended if you are not clear, then you can look into maybe writing options or buying strangles, but that is absolutely not something I want to recommend on this platform. It is just a suggestion if you are not sure of the a particular trend in place. Having said that, coming back right now, we see yesterday we saw after a fall down, it went all as low as 970 something, but then we saw put writing happening at 980. So that was the clue number one yesterday that whatever shorts were had happened and the stock has fallen. So there's a support that is building up, and today we see continuation of that. Now we see that particular stock is rising up, and there's a good long, assumingly long build up. We'll see as the day progresses how this OI turns into and whether we have any kind of open, port writing happening. So we will see as it progresses. Havels has a highest open interest unwinding on account of long unwinding or short covering. So that is as per the price action. Now coming down, the top performer of the day is a all the newly added stocks because I started to add these stocks given the liquidity. These three were the good options currently from the lot. So the current week additions are right now into day high breakout. Dixon being the highest of all. Top put writing is right now seen into trend. I remember trend being the put writing in the trend of 30-20 and the price was below 3,000. It has now risen and we still see the put writing continuing. Even Nifty has a good put writing of 24,100, which is a good sign, which means we might cross 24,100. We'll have to see if it sustains or not. Okay. Overall, the breadth is bullish. 51 stocks are bullish and 18 are bearish. So if unless we see the mix changing during the day, and if any call writing start to happen, which right now we don't have, we at this point in time, without being any biases, currently Nifty is looking into bullish territory. But we will keep an eye on this particular level of 24,100 to see if really it sustains, goes above, or we come back. Now, there are three stocks which are into war zone, two indexes and one Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance right now has a very minor gain. We saw this long unwinding in Bajaj Finance couple of days back. So probably there's some fight going on between bulls and bears. We will see whether there's any put writing. So if I come down currently in the most active open interest, I have Hindalco as a top winner, and the trend is trying to catch up, but it still has 2% open interest, but it is rising really good. Hindalco is the one to keep an eye on, especially on the long side. If we see any put writing actively happening, then we know. Bajaj Auto is still trying to struggle to recover. There's an overall short build-up in Bajaj Auto that we have been watching in a couple of days. But interim support is right now building around 9,900. So unless we break that, we might recover. But we still have a chance for it to go down. We'll have to watch. Last I recall that we had a put wall of 10,000, which means what? There is still open interest highest of 10,000 in Bajaj Auto. Until and unless we shift the wall to maybe below the current price, there's a chance that we might recover and maybe try to maybe the expiry would be near to 10,000 as per the option data currently. That is what we have. Unless that's what I'm saying. Unless the wall changes. So currently the wall is at 10,000 both. So this is kind of a POC developing. So maybe this expiry it may not do unless the wall changes. And the next expiry would be interesting to watch for Bajaj Auto. Now, if we move on to the CPR page, we'll see first of all how many. There are three stocks which are under confluence, so you'll try to see them. So that of them, this is what same we saw on the page of the war zone also. There's a good long build-up happening in both Nifty and Bank Nifty. And under Bajaj Finance, there's a short covering for the put writing. I mean, put writers who had maybe bought or shorted or something, they are now trying to cover. Maybe this indicates that there could be a bearish move. Uh, Although it is right now trading in between, sorry, it's kind of above the pivot. So prima facie is a bullishness, but unless we cross and breach 956, we have to assume that this might try to regain. But we have to see how this particular short put writing and call writing happens, and then we have to judge accordingly. And then if we unclick and just try to see put writing overall, so Dixon has a put writing which is actually above the price. Now this is a good sign. Early in the morning there was a put writing around 12,800. Now it has shifted to 13,000, which means at least bulls are very hopeful that we will intraday, if not intraday, maybe tomorrow we'll try to cross this particular level. But again, that is just in judgment basis, the data. This is nowhere a trading advice. Please consult your financial advisor. Don't use these videos to get any tips on the stocks and everything. The idea is just to help you understand how to read this whole tool. Then in that way, you will then be independent of asking anyone any question. You don't have to wait for anyone to tell you what to do in a particular stock. I have tried to give you everything over here. If you are not sure of position that you take, you can go and log into the journal and try to get the hint from the AI. AI will read the data completely from this platform and give you whether you have taken the position in the right sense or not. I tried to show you for the Bajaj Auto and even for the Infosys today. You would have seen that. You would have understood. And you can go and see the price right now. That was a good decision for me to take. So use that to your advantage. It's a very good tool. No one has it. I have tried to make it very easier, simple to read. Maybe I'll try to refine language even to more simpler. But right now, even what right now we have is very simple. Okay, so now if we move to our OI profile, that just to understand Nifty levels and where the call writing and put writing is happening for us to know. So currently, what we saw 24,100 call buying is happening and put writing is happening. So it's a good sign, which means what we have a POC right now building at 24,000, which is a good thing for the bulls. The wall, if you see, is very much elevated in 24,000. Nearly 81 lakh would have been added since morning. This plus sign indicates that any addition that has happened today. Okay, maybe in future development, I'll try to give some kind of a, bar added, a color change, something I'll do just for you to know. If not, till the meantime, you can refer to the numbers over here. What I want to see, although if the this particular index has to be bullish and continue above 24,100, then I want these all call writers, which are sitting at 24,150. They all try to cover because see, they are also adding the open interest of as good as 50 lakhs, 38 lakhs, and 20 lakhs. This is not a small number. Even in the up to all the way till 24,500, there's a call addition, call OI getting added. So if they are writers, then they will try to restrict movement over here because if you see 24,100 has the highest open interest of 71 lakhs as against a put which is 50 lakhs. So during the day, if the composition is changing to reverse of let's say 80 lakhs in put and 50 lakhs in call, then I'll be sure that this level would not just cross but also sustain. Okay, so now as an example, we were discussing about Bajaj Auto. So if I click on this, we'll see if there's any change which has happened to the wall that we saw yesterday. There was a wall of 10,000. Even right now it is same, which means what? If it is trying to recover, then it will try to gain this thing. So it has the highest open interest on the put side. The second being the 9,800. Although 10,000 also has a good, call build up. So all in all, if I have both POC, call, and put wall at the same price, there is a chance that writers are trying to pin this level, which means the expiry would be nearly around it. Now, how do you know? You can take a straddle value of 10,000 and just do a plus minus from the strike, then you will know. We will try to expire around those places. Given the high IV, because yesterday, if you remember, I have posted about the journal. In the journal, it showed me that the IVs are very high. Ranking is also very high, which means what? The chances of premium getting decayed and getting smashed are higher than. So this is not the ideal scenario for longs. So I want to wait. Even if I have a bearish view because of the open interest buildup, I rather write the call than buying the put because it is not going to yield me. So idea of understanding IV rank is only just to know whether the situation right now is call buying or call selling. No, so just try to see. If you're not sure, you can then go into Greeks, and you can go to IV analysis. Whenever you want to take a position, make sure that the IV ranks are limited, IVs are low, and if they are as low as in the range of point 0 to 25, then you are good to go for option buying. See, it might sound like a too much of a work, but trust me, if you start following these simpler things, you will actually save a lot of your money. Even if you're in the right position, you may not be able to earn the money. So, if you know those things in advance, if you know that right now buying would not be a favorable thing for you, so why do you want to waste your money? So if I search Bajaj Auto, so Bajaj Auto, if you can see the IVR is showing 83, which means what? It is currently into high IV zone. You can see this. So the ideal thing for such scenario is what? These are the indicator option strategies. Don't have to really read the names and start doing it. So which means what? Even though we have 13 days to go, but because of the high IVs, which is as high as 83, I don't want to be buying options and getting affected over here. Okay, although the range might seem to me 9,700 to 10,200, but for that to happen, the move has to happen really, bigger. So if you would have seen my login journal, it showed me that for the call or put to earn, despite of high IVR, it has to fall considerably in the day. Now, given the way there's a put wall at 10,000 and the fall is not happening that greater because of market bullishness, so I will not necessarily be able to earn much in the put. So instead, I take advantage of selling the premium because there's a high IVR, and then I accordingly decide, what to do. This is not the IVR for me to just simply go and buy the option. I may randomly one or twice earn the money in such high IVR if there is some big gap down or something happening. But in a normal scenario, if the moves are limited, the stock's liquidity is not really doing much, then I may end up losing the premium more. Even if I buy, let's say, deep into the money, let's say if I did a log journal of 10,100 put, which is literally 150 points above the this thing. But if you see the movement, it's hardly anything. I logged in at 282. If you would have seen my journal, it is still over there, despite of it has fallen to nearly 60, 70 points. So understand the IVR, importance of it, and then try to focus whether this particular setup is ideal for buying the option or selling the option. Okay. If you don't have a capital of selling the option, keep away, find some other stock. If you learn to let go all these smaller things, you will see the trading has improved a much. So I wanted to use this example just to explain you. That is all right now. We will continue watching overall market, what it does. And then every day we try to decode all the IVs and other Greeks also just to be aware whether the buying is making sense at this point in or not. So right now you can see Hindalco is currently stuck in the range of 990 to 995, 97. Although the open interest is building up, we have to watch whether the so if I have to take a decision even for buying for any stock, and I have a Hindalco, I just see the Hindalco stock just to understand where it was and everything. So let this particular stock load. So if you can see, there's a put wall that we saw yesterday building at 980, and there's a call wall which is right very far away from 10, very far away from the current price, which is 1030. Okay, but as you can see, we are seeing some covering happening in 120 call, and there is some addition happening in 120 put. Although because of the way market had moved since morning, there's a put covering also which has happened in 1000. This could be basically those who were long yesterday and now they're trying to book. This is our assumption. But I want this to be added more. 1000 put addition I want to see. If it doesn't see any addition, then there would be possibility of we getting stuck over here again. And then it will be difficult for the stock to move higher, even if it has a higher open interest. So what I want to see in the during the course of day, let the put writing continue, like how it is happening for let's say 1020. I want this to happen also for 1000. If we see this negative figure of 3 lakhs disappearing or maybe going positive, then I will know for sure that a journey is right now set from 1000 to 1020 or even 30 because there's a good open interest of if you see, there's a good highest put wall sitting nearly. When I say put wall, I mean to say the highest open interest is right now sitting at 1030. The first highest being the 980, which we saw support that got built up. The second is right now at 1030. That all depends on this particular strike, which is 1000. If we see this getting added, then there will be clarity of the journey from 1000 to 1030. Right now, we'll have to wait and watch and build a scenario, watch the IVR, and then see if this particular stock becomes eligible. This is nowhere a tip for you to trade, just trying to explain you how to read open interest profile. Thank you very much.